Honorable, you are welcome to Fine TV.
Thank you, Sir Koda. Happy to be back again for the second time.
Can you tell us your name and the portfolio you won or you vied for and won?
Okay, I am Mamodu L. Keita, commonly known as ML Keita, and I have contested for the position of Education and Research Ministry under the pragmatic and the visionary leadership of the Student Service Council. And Alhamdulillah, I was able to emerge victorious.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Kita, you were victorious in the last elections. Before contesting
Mm,
for this particular portfolio, were you expecting that you will emerge victorious?
100%. Before I even applied for the application, I was confident enough that when I applied, and if I am chosen by the Student Service Council as their candidate, I was optimistic that I am going to win. Because one thing I believed, if you don't try, you won't succeed. And I also have the confidence that winners don't quit, or you should not be doubting about your capabilities. So when I was vying for this position, I was with the 100% confidence that I am going to win this position and I'm going to maintain the position because my boss was there. And when I was working under him as the Secretary General of the Education Research Ministry, that also gave me more courage and confidence that I am going to win the position because already I have the administrative, the experience, and the expertise of the roles and the responsibilities of the Education and Research Ministry.
Now that you won, and any moment from now, you will be occupying your position. And if you are in that office, in your 100 days, what are some of the um, priorities you want to achieve
Okay,
within that period?
I know shortly I will take up the office, and if I take up the office, my first 100 days, inshallah, I will make sure that I implement at least 2 or 3 of my campaign promises, and they are as follows: to improve academic excellence, because that was one of my first priorities that I campaigned, and as at now, I've already drawn the tutorial cycle, the link for tutors to apply for the tutorial, which will be shared shortly. And as edusans, we all know tutorial is one of the great activities that improve the academic performance of students within the School of Education. And as of now, the link will be shared shortly so that tutors can apply it. Then we draw the timetable and we kick off the tutorial cycle. As we all know, the exam starts on the 9th of December. And as of now, we have no time. So in my first 100 days in office, I will make sure that the tutorial cycle is well coordinated. And as I said, the institutionalization of the tutorial cycle. Already, I have already printed out all the tutorial tasks for the tutors. So when they are about to start tutorial, I will give the tutorial tasks to all the tutors so that they can be recognized as the great tutors of EDUSA 2024-2025 academic year. In my first 100 days also, I have already started engaging about student empowerment and students engagement. And I'm sure my focus as at now in my first 100 days will center mainly on students empowerment, bringing in trainings like research methodology and time management, leadership and ethical leadership. We also have about what transparency and accountability in leadership and entrepreneurship. These are my targets in my first 100 days. And the third one also that I want to implement in my first 100 days will be about what internship, lobbying for internship and maintaining the current internship that is taking place at NCAC.
Wow, that's interesting. Mr. Keita, you contested with another person from different camp.
Yes,
Now
yes.
that you won, will you like to call him to work with him in order to improve or for the advancement of Edusa?
Yes, the one that I contested with, as we were doing the policy debate, I told him we are not enemies. We are only opponents that differs in policies and programs. So Eldu Siga is a brother, a colleague, and a friend. I know him almost 2 years now. because almost every semester we do share classes together or lectures together. I know that he is hardworking and he is competent and he is ready to serve Edusans. Likewise, I'm also ready to serve Edusans. Though I won the election, but that doesn't mean my doors are not open for him me to work with him so that I can synchronize my policies and his policies together to make sure that Edusa deserves better so that we can all contribute to the betterment of our school. So Eldo Siga is a brother and I will be happy to work with him as colleagues, as brothers, and even in my ministry. I will love to work with him because I know his potentials.
Politics can bring disunity among students.
Yes.
Now that the elections are over, will you like to work with your president to make sure educations are now brought together uh, so that they can be united?
Good. That's even part of my plans as of now, though it's not even part of my policies, but it's part of my plans that Edusa must be united. Because united we stand, divided we fall, and we should not divide. If we divide, that means our school will fall. And I can say Edusa is the mother school of all the schools within the University of the Gambia. So we must unite as experienced people who have gone to the college, served the nation, and they're on their BSc. So we have to unite. Politics is over now. All hands on deck for better Edusa. We have to collaborate, join together as one people, one cause mate, one family, and one nation. Inshallah, with that, Mama Edusa will go to the dreamland. But if you are divided, there is nothing that we can achieve as a council. So without Edusans, our council will fail. So the council, inshallah, will work hand in glove with Edusans to make sure that we do and complete all our campaign promises so that Edusans will also recognize our efforts, and together our efforts and their efforts we will able to move Edusa to the dreamland. In leadership, it's not about personal success, it's about what? Collective growth and societal development. It isn't we have to unite so that we can grow collectively together. From there, then we can all go back to our societies and make impact in our society so that the society too also can grow from our leadership. So we'll make sure that I work with the president to make sure that Edusans are united.
Mr. Keita, during the campaign period, there were people who stood by you. They also voted for you to be part of this particular portfolio. Um, Although there are others who did not vote for you, but then they
Mm,
are all part of Edusa.
Edusan.
What will be your message to both of them?
My final message is most especially I said thank you, my supporters, those who voted for me, and thank you those who do not support me. I'm happy that it was what inclusive victory, because when I said inclusive victory, that means it is Edusa that have won the election, not me as an individual, but the win is for Edusa. I will be there in the position just by name. The efforts will be what? To serve Edusans, not Mahmoud El Kera as an individual. The win is not going to Keta Kunda, but the win remains in the School of Education. And it is purposely for Edusans. So in my ministry, either you support me, you don't support me, students empowerment, tutorials, everybody will be included. No one will be excluded. Even if you don't want to take part, I will make sure that you take part because the win is for Edusans, not anyone. So those who campaign stood by my side, I cannot thank them enough because without them I won't win. And Alhamdulillah, I have won the election because of what? Their collective efforts. And I will say thank you, all those who have supported me. But one thing also, nothing like okay, you have supported and voted for me, meaning I will be doing favors for you. Either you voted for me or you don't vote for me. All of you are equal and I am your servant.
Finally, what will be your final message to the viewers generally?
In general, to the what I have to say is about first, I thank the Almighty Allah, and secondly, as one people, one nation, one school, let us always work together because togetherness will be stronger. But if you are divided, there is nothing that we can achieve. And all hands on deck for a better edusa and a better country. Politics is over. All hands on deck, we start work. Even today, let us all go back, put our hands on the deck, and start the work. And forget about politics. It will only divide us if we continue talking about politics when politics is not yet even approaching, because we have about 10 months to go or 11 months before the next election cycle within the School of Education. So as of now, all hands on deck for a better Edusa. Long live Mama Edusa. The slogan said, Edusa must not die. So all hands on deck so that Edusa will not die. And inshallah, Edusa will never die.
Thank you so much, Mr. Keita, for that wonderful interview.
Thank you too.
Yeah,
Thank you
welcome.
too. I'm happy to be back, Fine TV.
Thank you.